I discovered teacher was my calling in my 9th grade year in high school. That's when I did the WIA program, and I worked at a child care center for 3 years up until I graduated high school. And then that's when I went for early childhood education after completing high school.
Why is Miss Coleman so cool?
Because she's beautiful.
Oh my.
She's been such an amazing person to me as a mentor. I've had the opportunity to collaborate with her on several occasions. Doesn't matter what time of the afternoon it is, even after school. She just has a big heart for education for those who are in need of help like I did. And she has really stewarded me to become more confident in what I'm doing in my first year of teaching pre-K here. I just think she's just an extraordinary person with a big heart who loves education, loves her children, and she loves helping those around her no matter who is in need of help.
The best part of my day is when the students arrive in the morning, just to see their bright, smiling faces and telling me all about their day or their afternoon they had the day before.
Why do you love Miss Coleman?
Because she did me
What does Miss Coleman teach you?
about alphabets.
Your alphabet. Can you do your alphabet for me? Let me hear you. Try to do your alphabet.
A.
Keep going. See how many you
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Who taught you that?
Miss Coleman.
What inspired me the most is seeing the student grow each day and each week from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Just the growth that the students maintain throughout the year.
Ms. Coleman is a special teacher here at Hillcrest just because of her demeanor, the way she stands out, the love that she gives to her students as well as to her peers. It gives me great joy and pleasure knowing that I have an asset on our Hillcrest family, our team here. She's willing to do whatever is needed. She doesn't mind helping out. She does a lot of work behind the scenes in trying to make sure that her students get the best experience possible in pre-K by going out into the community, inviting people in, providing those opportunities for them to see the real world. And many people don't see that in Ms. Coleman because she does a lot of work behind the scenes, but she loves what she does. And we appreciate her for that.
Unless I would share with my younger self is to have more patience with my colleagues, my students, and myself. With myself especially is to not always try to exceed for perfection, but to be excellent.
I discovered that teaching was my calling way back when I was in kindergarten. Every time my teachers would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? I've always said, I want to be a teacher. Even in junior high school, when we had what we used to call last will and testament, and I wrote in my 8th grade yearbook that I want to teach math at Dublin Junior High School, and that was my first math teaching job. So I've known my whole life that I wanted to be a teacher.
I have trouble learning sometimes because I have ADHD, and she's really helped me because the way she teaches, she's kind of an all kind of learner. Like she's a visual, audible, and kinetic learner or teacher. And it's really helped me over the past few weeks, months that I've been here.
The best part of my day is just seeing them in the morning. When I stand in the hallway, I always tell them good morning. Some of them haven't quite woken up yet, so they don't say good morning back. But some of them they do, and I think just hearing me say good morning, it puts that smile on their faces. Some of them give me a little elbow bump or a little fist bump. And I think that me being able to brighten their day just a little bit, that's the best part of my day, because I don't know what kind of situation they came from that morning, but maybe being able to greet them early in the morning and say good morning to them, that's just the best part of my day.
Ms. Howell is a very special teacher because she has the respect and she has the admiration of her students. And I believe that she has gained this respect and this admiration from her students because she's been a role model to her students. I believe that this is what makes her a great teacher. She's very funny, she's very outgoing. She has the respect of her students. She's able to relate to her students. She's funny, she's smart. And so that's what makes her a great teacher.
She's special to me because when we need help, she trying to put all her love into helping us. She's a very compassionate teacher, and she's very competitive. It inspired me to want to be my best because when I'm feeling down, she always pushed me to try my best, and she's one of the teachers you can literally count on.
I'm extremely excited that Ms. Howell has been chosen as Dublin Middle School Teacher of the Year, has been nominated by her peers. Ms. Howell, she's the type of teacher that's a nurturer, not only for the students, but also her fellow teachers as well. So I'm very excited and elated that Ms. Howell will be representing Dublin Middle School, and it's my hope that she will be the Dublin City School Teacher of the Year.
What continues to inspire me is just the love that I have for my students, just hearing them talk about how much they appreciate the things that I do for them daily, how I keep working with them, how we work together, how I encourage them that even though things get tough sometimes, the purpose of life is to persevere. And when you persevere through life, things mean more to you. Because the love that I have for them, it just keeps me inspired to come back year after year.
Oh, I have always wanted to be a teacher. Even since I was a little girl, I remember playing with my little dolls in my classroom at home. Always wanted to be a teacher.
She is very energetic and kind of draws that energy. I mean, she kind of makes people want to draw into her and feed off of that energy that she has. Not just the children, but her colleagues and coworkers as well.
She taught me everything I wanted to know and everything I needed to know.
It's all fun. It's all great. I mean, first thing in the morning, the beautiful little smiles, the good mornings and the hugs, and then when they read for the first time, or they're reading their book and they get excited, or they've made a new shape with their math manipulatives, or they've learned something, or at recess they bring you a flower. It's just, the whole day is great.
Marlon, Kate, what do you like about Miss McDaniel?
She's our good teacher.
She is amazing, and I've been teaching for several years. I consider myself a veteran teacher, but I have also learned some of her little tips and tricks and secrets because she has such a high level of expectation for her children, and she's really tough on them. But at the end of the day, they love her, and they give her hugs, and the things that she's able to get out of her students are just amazing. And so it's been a really interesting journey as we've learned to kind of meld our two teaching styles together, and we've fed off of each other, but I have learned a great deal just by being in the same classroom with her.
Miss McDaniel is just a warm and caring person. She loves her students, she loves teaching, and that's evident in everything that she says and does every day.
That's what it's all about, just being yourself. We all have good things to offer. We all have good things to encourage others, but just be you.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Someone once said to me, the greatest compliment an educator can receive is to hear someone say, that's the kind of teacher I want for my child. Well, Miss McDaniel is the kind of teacher I want for all children. That, to me, is the greatest compliment.
The kids, I mean, every day is a new day. They learn, they are excited about learning. Being with my coworkers, I love being on a team. We inspire each other, we collaborate and we work together, and we are always looking for a new way to do things, never just the same. Let's figure out something new, let's get better, let's do more.
Oh wow, I've wanted to be a teacher since I was in elementary school myself. And it wasn't until I've done about 20 plus years in social services that I decided I was ready to actually give it a shot. And so here you have it, a whole career change.
She's very nice and a helpful teacher, and she always helps me when I get stuck on a question.
Meeting and greeting the kids in the morning times, getting them started with their day, getting them hopefully in a great mood and ready to learn. That's probably the favorite part of the day because it kind of sets the tone for learning.
I love science, and she teaches science, but some days we do not do science. She makes teaching easier.
She's just an overall good, humble person. She's kind-hearted, and it shows. Just her overall focus on the kids and how they are progressing, and always, keeping that focus on what they need and how to help them get there and how to help them achieve greatness. I'm inspired by her will to just keep going.
Growth, just seeing the growth, whether it be incremental or by landslides. I just love to watch the kids grow from one day, 1 week, 1 month to the other.
I love Miss O'Neal because she loves our students. She loves what she does. Like I said, she embodies everything that it takes to be a lifelong learner. She's always positive with students, with parents, and with staff. She has that work ethic and always comes in, Ms. Fluker, what do you need for me to do? And she's a motivator, a really strong motivator for the students in her classroom. She will not settle for them doing anything less than their best. And all that she wants the students to do is just to simply try. She's realistic and lets them know you might not make that A, you might not even make that B, but I want you to do your personal best, and giving up in my classroom is not an option. That's what really makes her show pride here at SDE.
It's never too late to find your dreams, find and achieve your dreams. Like I said earlier, I wanted to be a teacher from grade school, so here I am, and it's never too late.
Am I able to go way back? Way back. Well, I was about 5 or 6 when I discovered teaching as my calling. And I would have to give that credit to Ms. Kay Beimer. Ms. Kay Beimer was my kindergarten teacher. And she was one who every day she was consistent, she was kind, she was sweet. And so going home after school each day, I wanted to imitate exactly the way that she had taught us. So at the age of 5, I knew I was supposed to be a teacher. So then it was just a matter of growing up and figuring out what type of teacher. Grade 9 is when I met Miss Newton, at that time, who was Juliet Denson. So after meeting Miss Newton, or Miss Denson at the time, and discovering that I had a weakness in math, and she helped me to overcome those challenges, I realized that it was math that I wanted to teach. So, we'll say kindergarten, age 5, 6, and we'll also say high school, grade 9.
Miss Sampson is really passionate about education. She's passionate about working with her students. She is probably one of the hardest working and most dedicated teachers I've seen in the classroom. A going joke is it doesn't matter if Miss Sampson has 30 students in her room or if she has 1. By watching her, you can't tell. She's going to work just as hard with that 1 student as she is with the 30.
What's the favorite part of my day? All of it. All of it. I thoroughly enjoy all of my day. 7:30 a.m. Until 6 p.m. because I'm doing something that I enjoy. So I don't believe that I work. I just believe that I teach, I inspire, and I'm doing what I enjoy doing. Ms. Sampson requires so much of herself and of her students, and that seems to just permeate throughout the staff. It causes us all to want to be better. One of the things that I most admire about her is how protective she is of her instructional time. She does not allow things to interrupt her instructional time. She doesn't want phone calls during the day. She doesn't want us pulling kids out for different things, discipline, or whatever the issue is. She wants them in there, in that seat, getting the quality instruction that she's providing day in and day out.
She pushes me to go forward in life and to get my schoolwork and not to come here and play, talk, goof off, or laugh, or anything like that. She's very special to me because I met her when I was in a very dark place and she took me out of that dark place. And she's kind, respectful, she's passionate about her teaching. She don't want nobody coming there disturbing her while she's teaching or helping another student. She very much just focused on our schoolwork and us graduating.
Students growing and learning. There are some times when I feel like the fruits of my labor, I don't see them, and at the right moment, someone will say, Ms. Sampson, do you remember when you taught me this? Or Ms. Sampson, do you remember me? And that keeps that cycle going. So knowing that I'm making a difference in kids' lives, that keeps me going, that motivates me.
I discovered teaching as my calling after college. It was only after I had my own children and was in and out of the school systems with them that I realized that that was the place that I needed to be.
One of the things I notice about a lot of teachers first is, are they a good person? Regardless of whether I thought maybe his first year he was a good teacher, he was a good person. And good people always turn into good teachers. And as soon as I had the opportunity to some of his kids, I knew immediately what kind of great family, great father he was. So he was going to be an asset to us, and he's turned out to be a great one.
When I first met him, I think I didn't think he liked us at all, so I was like, I don't know how this year's going to go. But as each year progressed, you just see how he's dedicated to what he does and how he really cares for us. He's actually a funny guy. Like if you see him in the hall, you don't think he talks much, but he actually makes a lot of jokes and it's quite funny. When he talks to us about our future and what to do with college and what's the best decisions for us.
The favorite part of my day is actually the beginning of the day when I get to see the students come in and they're not always in the best moods in the morning, but as the day goes on and they become acclimated to their situation and what's going on in the classrooms, it becomes a more enjoyable experience.
When I first met Mr. Zellner, he introduced himself to us and he just let us know that his class may be a little difficult, but we were going to get through it together. What I love most about Mr. Zellner is how sometimes we may get off track and he will have real life talks with us and he relates it back to what we're talking about in his class.
A lesson I would share with my younger self is patience. It is true that everything takes time for perfection. There is no rushing in anything. Just let things happen the way they're supposed to happen.
Mr. Zellner is a special part of this family because he's like that student when you voted for senior superlatives. He's the best all around. If you all remember those different categories, he's the one who is good at a little bit of everything. He is able to connect with the students. He's able to connect with the faculty and staff. So he is just a blessing for us to have. He's always willing to lend a helpful hand. He's always empathetic toward his coworkers as well as the students, and he's always willing to make a connection so that he can help all of us grow and be successful.
I am continually inspired by my students. I like to see the growth in my students. And again, if I see you in the morning and the attitude is not there, or you're having a bad day, by the end of the day, when there's a smile on the face, or when there is, I do understand what is going on, that inspires me.